Hey everyone. All right, let me get this all situated. Yeah. All right. So the queue should be open. I don't know why it did not alert people. One sec, guys. Let's try this again. There we go. So the queue is open. Use exclamation point join to enter the queue. Let me just fix my camera a bit. Can't wait to get a new one. All right. Yep. Ah. There we go. It's kind of just like wedged in there. So hopefully that stays. Sorry, you guys are kind of seeing how the sausage is made. um, so as always, we're going to get started with our community read. We're going to be using The Endless Oracle by Eric Mayel. And then for our regular readings, we'll be using the Unfolding Path Tarot. If you would like a more extended reading or to include some of the oracle or whatever, you can use my tip link in the description. I know. All right. My lovely mods today. We have Priscilla from A Life Full of Simplicity. We have Steph from Steph is Short. So thank you guys. I need to come up with a cute little mod name for you. Like I follow this I love watching like trashy TV recaps, and one of them has what he calls his King's Guard because his channel is Kempire, like Empire. And I think that's just so cute. Okay, let's see what energy we have as a community. Let's see what our first card is. Ooh, the fallen hero. This feels so. I feel like I'm leeching a lot of energy into a lot of this. So sorry in advance, guys. Let's see what it says about the fallen hero. I feel like this, like, without even looking it up, it's just kind of like the hero that sacrifices themselves and is left behind because of it, like that kind of trope. Oh, this is sacrifice, acting for others, and the fallen hero signals that you may be confronting a painful truth right now or dealing with necessary loss in exchange for achievement of a goal. Oh, okay. That's very true. Okay, so we have the fallen hero, and just so you guys can see that, we have like the lone guy on the hill, and it's really fun. I mean, not funny, but it's really interesting because you can see like it looks like in the photo he's like faced off into the distance, but you can see like it's a little bit green here, and you can see these flowers sprouting, but then you also see these swords entangled between. So it's almost like having to walk away from things that are also good for you because they just happen to not serve you anymore. Yeah, these cards are very slippery. So if you hear me fighting for my life. Hi, LH. Welcome to the queue. All right, next card. We have the archway. So I feel like, so as the lone hero, right, you're kind of realizing that you need to distance yourself, move on from things, kind of put certain things in the path behind you, and then continue forward. The archway is kind of like, it reminds me of like a liminal space where you kind of have the opportunity to create new things. I feel like the liminal spaces is where you really have a lot that place to reconnect with yourself. So here it says the archway is making progress, first steps, and new beginnings. And basically, it just says the door is open for you and something new is given the chance to begin. I hope that's true. Let's pull one more card. I love this deck. I love the continuity between the cards and how it creates this like visual journey. One more card. One more card. Let's see. We have the Mystic. um so this is where I feel like it's more of like the Mystic kind of reminds me of the Magician card, sort of, where you have the skills to make things, to basically manifest your goals, your dreams and stuff like that. You have all the tools and you have the ability to create that goal that you have. It says the Mystic is wisdom. They are sometimes a mentor or a student. So this could also kind of give like Hierophant vibes, where you can reach out to a mentor. And it says the Mystic is both a teacher and student, but more importantly, they are one who has the wisdom to know what they are always learning. This is a reminder that the more you learn, the more you realize how little you actually know. It's very true. So this card in basically asks us to continue learning. So if there's something along your path that you don't understand, this is a good sign that you should probably sit down for that moment and just sit with it, learn, explore, and expand your knowledge in that regard. So that was the community read with the Endless Oracle. Steph is on 100 today, and I love it. So let's see. I have Ari in the queue, Cat Goddess, and LH. So I'm gonna get the cards all warmed up. Ari, you can go ahead, put your question in the chat. I've been enjoying using the Endless Oracle for the month of November. It's just such a gorgeous deck. I think it's inspired me to want to use my my ethereal visions. I realize I say that wrong. I watched another video and it's ethereal visions, but I've been saying it wrong for years and now I can't stop saying it. Just so you guys know, next week is Thanksgiving. So if I have the energy to do so, I will switch the live from Thursday to Wednesday, but it depends. We'll play it by ear because I'm hanging out with my family. Yes, it's amazing over here. We had it was like a nice 70-degree fall day, light breeze. It's actually weird because tomorrow's gonna be like 80, and that's too much for me. That's weird. Like, relax, bro. I need my fall weather. But yeah, we'll probably get I think we're gonna be getting the storms coming in like next week, because I think it's gonna be cloudy this weekend. So while we're waiting, I was a little late because I've been listening to my audiobook. I'm reading the Red Rising series, and it's had a really good part where like all my favorite characters are finally reconnecting. I'm just like, yes. I can just do in general. Oh, it's still in spooky mode. Hold on. Let's go back to our classic. All right, goodbye, spooky mode. All right, let's see what living in Chicago will look like for you, Ari. Living in Chicago. Come on, next card. Here we go. Ask and you shall receive. One more. Okay, we'll take this one. So we have sorry, just reorganizing here so you guys can see everything. All right, so we have the Queen of Cups, the Knight of Wands, and then the Four of Cups. I actually think that Chicago will be really nice for you overall for a combo of like, I feel like you will emotionally connect very well. You'll emotionally connect very well to just living in Chicago. For a few reasons, and I'll get into that. And then on the other side, I feel like Chicago will allow you to open up to the point where you feel like you can start to explore the things that you're interested in, things that drive you. Um, the queen is really nice because I feel like the Chicago will feel like you can finally settle a little bit, and this is where you feel like you can really come into yourself. Like you can really mature into yourself emotionally because the queen here, and this is where you start to really tap into that like that inner wisdom, that intuition. You're starting to really I don't like to just say, queen energy, but that kind of thing. Um, I feel like too, this I don't know what it is, but it'll start to bring out a more compassionate side of you in that regard. And it's probably because you get to express yourself better. It will open up whoops, kicking stuff. It will open up the opportunity here with this night that I really like. This night is like, finally get to be ambitious. You finally feel like you have the freedom to you finally feel like you have the freedom to actually explore your passions, whereas like now you might be embracing a little bit of this Four of Cups where you just really don't have the time to focus on it. You might be able to, like, it's available to you, but you just don't have the emotional energy or emotional capacity to do that. And yeah, I think Chicago would be really nice. So I would say that this would probably be more of a starting point in terms of career, just because of this Knight of Wands here. So it's like finally get to explore the career that you really want to do versus whatever you've been doing now. Um yeah, Four of Cups definitely kind of feels like that current energy, even though it's like this reading feels backwards, but that's the vibe that I get, right? It's kind of like the Knight of Wands running over that Four of Wands or Four of Cups energy. But I would say that I don't see much here in the way of finances. I think that probably just extrapolating from this is going to still be new to determine where your finances would look like. But I would say that, career wise is a really cool start, cool change of pace that supports that. And then I would say probably more social than love life here with the Queen of Cups, because I feel like the Queen of Cups is really chill. She connects really well with people. You kind of facilitate a really good friend circle. And then usually from there, things come about. So yeah, I think I think you end up with like a really chill group that you better connect with than you do here. So I think those are the most prevalent things. And I think that, with these two here kind of overshadowing this Four of Cups, it's like, I don't, I feel like the Queen of Cups is like a sign of maturity, but I think that if it was like the Knight of Cups, I would say it would be more love life, but with the Queen of Cups here and everything here that's going on, I would say that it's more so just kind of chill. Like you're starting to understand yourself better. You kind of have a different group of people you're forced to be around, or forced to make new friends and start to discover more so of yourself. Yeah. Um, well, I kind of asked in general, so I just saw what popped up mostly. And for me, that's kind of what I'm getting out of it. Those are the prevalent things in that regard. I don't think anywhere is easier to find love. Um that doesn't strike me as like a thing, but there's probably places that you feel more relaxed and like more yourself that allow you to open up and connect better with people. Totally see that. All right, Cat Goddess, go ahead, put your question in the chat. Steph, yeah, you had like 40 Red Bulls or something today. I like though that the Four of Cups popped up as your current energy. It's like stampeding over that energy to put it behind you. Hi, Olivia. Welcome to the queue. Sorry I missed you earlier. Let's see what December has in store for you. I love the little emoji. Let's see December. December. Huh, I was just talking about you, Knight of Cups. Okay, and we have the Queen back. All right, we have you have all court cards here. December seems like it's going to be very fun. We have the Knight of Cups, Queen of Cups, and then the Page of Wands. So, first of all, I think that overall December looks really fun for you. It feels very chill, like kind of it feels like you get to both relax a little bit, enjoy good company, but also you also get to really explore a little bit. It's like almost like you finally get a chance to kick back, relax, explore the things that you've wanted to explore for a while, just because probably you have more time to do so. Um, so usually, Kat, if I have time, I'll do repeats, but like usually I go through the people that haven't gotten readings first, if that makes sense. Um, or if someone misses their turn, they're allowed to rejoin, that kind of thing. Um, I'll start in the middle because we have Miss Queen of Cups reappearing. I mentioned earlier how the Queen of Cups is really chill. She's that has that nurturing vibe. I feel like there's going to be a lot of that energy around you where you feel like you can relax, you can just enjoy that energy around you. And then on the other side, we have the Knight of Cups next to Miss Queen. Um, this is where I see a lot of like fun and love that's going on. So if you're spending time with family or friends, like doing Friendsmas or I don't know if you do Friendsmas or Christmas or whatever you celebrate in December, or it's just vacation, I think you're gonna have a really, really good time here with this night. Um, this is where you just are able to give off and receive a lot of that loving energy, and there's a lot of movement with that with this night. And then so nights give off that fiery energy and it gives off a lot of movement. And then over here we have the wands, which kind of mirrors that fiery energy, but pages are a little more stable. So the Page of Wands, I like this because it almost feels like you can like explore being creative again, and maybe you explore it with your friends group or your family, whatever this represents to you. I feel like it's probably a little bit of both, honestly, but you can explore like you can finally relax, clear your mind enough, and friends miss, and just really explore those things. I feel like I've gotten like something similar like this for you before, if I'm thinking back correctly. But I will say too, one of the things about the Page of Wands is finding inspiration and finding and just being curious. So I think December might present some things that are really, really interesting for you that you might not have been expecting. I don't know that it's necessarily in the way of like people. I think it's more so just in the way of things that are interesting to you in general. So I just to be clear, I'm not trying to say like someone crazy or someone very interesting is coming in your life. I just mean something in general. It could be an event, it could be a show, it could be really anything. But yeah, I think that's really fun. I like that we're starting to get repeats already, and I like that I literally mentioned the Knight of Cups. December looks like a blast. All right, LH, go ahead, put your question in the chat. My friends are supposed to do a friends miss, but the person I tasked with organizing it could not organize his way out of a paper bag. So I won't be upset if it doesn't happen. We'll just do something else. No, it can be hard when we're in slumps. It kind of feels like, the slump is just going to last forever. Let's see what your guides have to say about feeling better about that, though. Let's see. Ooh. Here we go. Ooh, Two of Swords. Oh, we've gotten almost the entire cup gambit here. We've had the queen show up, we've had the knight show up, and now we have the king. Um, so I think that I think that your main advice is well, one of the things about being in a slump, I feel like, is that sometimes we kind of shut down unintentionally, even though we think that we're trying to get out of it. Sometimes it's overwhelming, and when that happens, you kind of miss out on realizing that there are certain things that you need to do, right? So the Two of Swords really suggests to me that you've been having a hard time making those decisions for yourself, or the right decisions for yourself to get out of this slump. And I think that's what your guides are pointing out. Like, you need to start making the right decisions for you. I think that they have to do with two things. So on one side, we have this King of Cups here, right? Always mention the cups, that water energy. There is this element of healing when it comes to water. This king energy specifically is like the sign of being a leader. And I wonder if you're not taking control over how things affect you emotionally and how you give your emotions as well. And I think that that's one of the decisions that you need to make. Like, decide to start taking action towards fixing this. Because once you get control over that, it's really hard for others to control you, if that makes sense. And then on the other side, we have the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands, and it's funny because these wands and fire and water don't mix well, but I think that could be also part of why you've been feeling, you said, in a slump, but maybe feel like you're in a tug of war with yourself almost. So, with the Nine of Wands, one of the biggest things about the Nine of Wands is like trying to get to the end of the road, but like right now, all you're doing is just persevering. Um, So you need to remind yourself that during this whole phase where you feel like you're just, you know, kind of caught in this little downswing here, that yeah, you have just kind of been persisting. But the flip side of the 9 of wands is that there's a resourcefulness there, and sometimes we forget that we sometimes have the tools we already need to get out of whatever slump we're in. We just aren't utilizing it to the best of our ability. So I think there's a need to be a little more creative in what you've been doing. So maybe, while focusing on how to master your own emotions, making sure others can't control those emotions, how are you utilizing the resources to do that? Right. So just make sure you are trying to find balance between yes, everybody should be subscribed. That's funny. So finding balance between growing yourself emotionally, getting that clarity um on that, right? And taking a leadership role in your own life in that regard. And then really just understanding too, another aspect of this is having to put a lot of energy into this, and it's going to be a little exhausting. That is one of the downsides to the 9 of wands, but there's a lot of movement here, so it's just like a sign. I think one of the suggestions is really keep moving, keep going, don't give up on yourself. um and I'll say too, with the king of cups here, that could be a goal for you, but you just have to be a little patient. So these things are very active. So this is something that you can start doing now, start working on, and then just know that this is going to be a journey to actually get through. And one of the things about getting to the King of Cups energy is understanding that, no one's perfect. Our journeys aren't perfect. Sometimes we make mistakes, and that's okay. You just have to keep understanding, decide to continue moving forward. Hi, Olivia. I did get it. You are up next, and I'll be able to pull some cards for you in a sec. Thank you. Let's give this a quick shuffle. Alrighty. Getting clients is hard. It's the hardest part of all of this. Let's see. See what the journey looks like for December for your finances. I'm gonna pull some oracle cards and then pull some tarot cards to mirror it. All right, let's see. Finances for December for Olivia. One more. Ooh, okay, I'll take this one. Ooh, okay. Let's put that back and let's see which cards are going to be. Have a good weekend. You're so welcome, LH. Thanks for hanging out. Sorry, it's hard to see all that. But I'll explain all the cards, so no worries. All right, next card. Here we go. Oh, you have all major arcana. Okay, let me adjust some stuff so you can see everything. All right, you have for your oracle, we have the zenith, we have princess, and we have merchant. This feels very good. Let me just look up Zenith. I feel like the Zenith was like the apex kind of thing. I was right. Okay. So Zenith is like, think of the Zenith as the coming full circle, finding success card. Um so things are starting to sh- become successful, whether you can see that or not. I think that's the energy that that card is really talking about, and that it's mirrored by judgment. Really cool, but we'll get into that in a second. So then we have the princess. Oh, that's a new card. That's one of the new cards in this deck. So this is the card of wisdom, resourcefulness, and preparedness. um this is about getting ready and preparing your business and all of that. And so let me just go through these keywords of these cards, and then we'll kind of talk through all of it all together. And then we have the merchant, which I feel like is a really obviously good card to get here in this aspect. So the merchant is income, commerce, and like personal power. So looking at the oracle, this already paints the picture that like December is going to be a good month for you if you take certain steps, right? So this card is more like the energy that you can tap into, like saying you have the road to success. It's probably it's not going to necessarily be an easy one. It's just mirrored with this judgment card makes me think that you need to maybe clearly lay out what success looks like, so you have a clearer understanding of what that final goal is, because the judgment card is the last card before you get to that achievement card. So I think there's a need for understanding of what it is that what that achievement actually looks like, and how you think you can get from point A to point B. So the princess paired with the lovers is very interesting. So the princess, I don't remember what that card said. The princess card was oh, resourcefulness. Yes. I wonder if it would be easier, or I don't know if you have or not. If you've worked on building your network and how you've gone about doing that. So for instance, I don't know, I'm not saying necessarily go out and find a partner to work with to do this, but maybe if you have people that you can partner with for certain things, like not permanently, but doing like collaborations, or finding someone who is in a similar market but not same market as Reiki, and then you guys do something together. That's, for as an example, I'm not in the Reiki world, so I don't really understand, but I know from just a distance, that kind of thing. So the thing about the lovers is there's a need for some like unionship to happen. So I think part of it is maybe finding someone to work with for the month of December, but then also building that connection with potential clients. So identifying, this is kind of part of this stack here, identifying what your customers look like, understanding what would draw that kind of person in when you think about it, and then are you doing those things? So hopefully that makes sense. And then here we have the merchant, um mirrored by the hanged man. So let me go back to the merchant. The merchant was I have the worst memory, sorry guys. So the merchant was personal power, resources, income, that kind of thing. I think that mirrored with the hangman, the merchant is saying like, whatever you're doing, you need to kind of switch it up a little bit, think, and it works really well with what I was saying with the judgment card, finding the path, the what that path should look like to go down, right? And this means reflecting on the things that you have done and how you can change them up for the better. How can you make things more efficient, more effective, that kind of thing. So I think that this could be how you're reaching out to your customers, how you're presenting yourself to the customers, potential clients. Um, have you had previous clients that you're not reaching back out to? That kind of thing, where you start to really dive deep your um into your business. So these are the steps, right? So let me backtrack. So in regard to seeing your finances improving in December, I think that you fully have that capability based off of what I see here. You do have like a lot of chances for success, but it's not going to be without your own due diligence and putting in some hard work. So um I know that, it's hard to pull in new clients and stuff like that, and it can seem really like overwhelming and daunting, but you can definitely switch things around, change things around, just connect with the right people and get some tips and tricks of the trade, that kind of thing, and put yourself out there with a bigger and better foot. So, yeah, I like that. The girl boss era. Boss babes for December. So hopefully that helps. Olivia. And yeah, cheers to better finances in December, cuz my finances are fine. Here to a better job. All right. Oops. Sorry. Olivia already did her thing. Ari, go ahead, put your question in the put your question in chat. And then I have Curly Girly. I love that name. And sorry, I don't think I said hi to you when you joined. Welcome. And then Kat and Kate. I'm really loving this deck. Yeah, Olivia, but you can go back and listen to it. And then if you have questions, just put them in the chat. Ooh, I am sore. How's it going, Kate? Good. You're welcome, Olivia. And just catch up when you're done. All right, let's see. There we go. How will you view the men in Chicago? Oops. Let's see. Next card. A lot of wands. That's nice. Let's see what our last card is. Ooh, cool. Actually, very fondly, I think. So we have the Four of Wands, Two of Wands, and then we have the Wheel of Fortune. So, with the four of Wands and Two of Wands together, I feel like basically you'll really be happy with the guys out there. The Four of Wands is actually like a very celebratory card, so this could be a sign of celebrating a new relationship or something like that, or just celebrating the fact that you really like the guys in Chicago. But I feel like it's probably the former, celebrating a new relationship because of the air of harmony and duality that we have here with that two, with twos. So the twos is this is about like especially paired with this could be a sign that you're planning stuff in the future with someone. That means maybe something more long term, more serious. And ultimately, there's this like air of making progress, and moving forward with someone. And then the Wheel of Fortunes, I feel like it's quite self explanatory. Um, it just feels like it's a luckier scene for you than probably some things have been in the past. So I think ultimately this is really, one of the things too about the Wheel of Fortune card that some people like to point out is that the this can also represent like the sign of something being destiny. It's kind of like written in the spirits kind of thing. And so you can keep that in mind as well. But yeah, honestly, it looks like a good choice. Alrighty, Curly Girly, you are up next. Let me get a quick water break. Whew. Drank too fast. Like, just a general overview of your love life, or what do you mean? Just so I make sure we're on the same page. Okay, so like general energy around your or future love life. Okay, there we go. Let's see. General energy around your love life. Ooh, Knight of Wands is back. Frequent visitor as of late. All right. Last one. Ooh. Okay, we have the Knight of Wands, Four of Swords, and then we have the Three of Pentacles. Interesting combo, actually. Okay. I got excited for a second, but I don't think this is as pleasant as I thought. So, I think that this paints the picture of rushing into things that don't serve you, and therefore it ends up being very tumultuous. So with the Knight of Wands, sometimes this Knight of Wands can show up and be really cool because it's like giving life to stagnant things and getting the gears moving, and there's usually a lot of passion and energy. But in this case, I think it's impulsive. I think it's like a sign of like falling too hard and quickly for someone and not really thinking things through. So like the Four of Swords is really like that sign that you should take a beat and think things through, relax, reflect on things. But I think that with this fire and air energy, what ends up happening is the night consumes this and it ends up not happening. Completely just bulldozes over this step. And because of that, I think that it causes issues in terms of building any sort of stability with people because you don't give it time to actually like build a foundation, if that makes sense. So the Three of Pentacles, I flipped this in reverse visually for you guys because I think that it gives more of that energy in regard to this. And I think that one of the things is I think one of the things in this regard is that rushing too quickly into things causes very uh destabilized relationships. And then a lot of times this introduces issues with like third parties. That's kind of like the energy I see with this three here. I don't really like seeing threes pop up in relationships. 'Cause usually there's some outside force that really just is able to work its way through the cracks because you really had no foundation to build upon to begin with. So I'd say for you, the what I would take away from this and flip this into like better energy is something that if you feel yourself running into this is your sign to stop and think. So when things just seems you're kind of it's like that honeymoon phase where people kind of go crazy. So when you feel like you're entering that phase, give yourself a break to stop and pause and really sit and look at the situation. This also is a sign like that moment where you're like, am I missing any red flags? And if I'm not missing red flags, how can I slow down and build something more meaningful and flip this energy upright? I still don't like the threes in here, but upright, this is more of a collaborative thing. So this upright could be more so like, as an example, becoming more of a solid part of the person that you're interested in, their friend group, maybe meeting their family, becoming a more permanent fixture in someone's life versus the other way, which is kind of the opposite. But yeah, I think that you can do this. I just think that like there's like don't take it the wrong way. With the Knight of Wands, sometimes there's like this air of desperation to get what it is that you want without taking that moment to be like, all right, pump the brakes, relax, like I need to do this right kind of thing. So I totally get it though. Not in the sense of like wanting marriage or kids, but the desire for companionship. I understand. Speaking of kids, no kitties tonight. My cat's abandoned me. Usually Luna is here. Well, she probably heard her name and will be here any second. But yeah, yeah, basically. It was like, chill out, bro. Cat Goddess, you are up next. But Curly Girl, I wish you luck. I know you can do it. Let's see. How can you better heal your relationships when it comes to community? Okay. Let's see. Beat their asses. Kick them to the curb, start over. And okay, so you have the Seven of Wands, the Ace of Wands, and then the Devil. Ooh, that sounds nice. That sounds awesome. Make sure Olivia, make sure you set up a mailing list. Um, that's one of the big things that people talk about in terms of marketing and getting clients in. Um, okay. So, I flipped the devil around because it's a good thing. This is the right way. But I like this. So basically the 7 of wands is really, I'll start in the middle and then we'll work my way out. The ace of wands, I think this is like, I don't think that it's about healing certain relationships, honestly. If I'm being quite honest, and maybe this is me being petty, but I maybe Sil will have to like be my clarity here. But I feel like this is saying like don't be afraid to start over with better people. Sometimes a community just turns to shit and it's okay to admit that, and it's not worth healing. It's not worth your energy. The people in it don't want to change, so why put that emotional energy with this ace of wands? This ace of wands is like saying, hey, do something new, change it up. It'll be totally successful, way more successful if you do that. And then the 7 of wands is like, I mean, if people are just being shitty and you're being nice to them, stop being nice to them. I feel like this is definitely like your villain arc. I feel like this sounds like I'm joking, but I'm not. Some people need to be matched with the energy that they give off, and then it will never treat you like that again. They're not worth dealing with after, but they will at least respect you for not letting them continue to treat you that way. The devil here, so upright, the devil kind of signifies like this codependency that's going on, and I think you need to break out of that. So there's like this air of freedom and release and just stepping away from all of the things that made you feel chained down. And yeah, so if this community is actually chaining you down more than you feel like you'll be able to lift up, drop them, drop kick some, drop the others, and then move on. Find better community. Yeah, like sometimes you just gotta, and it's hard. I do understand too. It's hard. I'm very mouthy, so I will tell people when they're on some bullshit, but I know it's very hard for some people to do that. So I think that it would actually really benefit you and it might make you feel better. Yeah, I'm glad we found each other, Olivia. Good luck. Oh, if you want, go ahead. You can't post links, but post your like handles for like Instagram or whatever, and people who are watching this back can follow. All right, Kate, you are my last but not least. Yes, I love that, Steph. That's literally what that reading felt like. You are the main character in your own life, Kat. Let's see what good things are coming. I hope a lot of good things are coming towards people this holiday season. All right, let's see what good things are coming towards Kate. Ooh, the moon. Oh, what a gorgeous card. Let's see what else. There we go. Ooh. All right. 2 out of 3 major arcana here. So you have the moon, we have the 7 of wands making a reappearance, and then we have the wheel of fortune. So I think that let me think about this for a second. Very interesting combo. So with the 7 of wands here, I'll start with the 7 of wands and then we'll talk about the cards surrounding it. I think that makes sense. The Seven of Wands card is really about, standing up for yourself, kind of like we were talking about before. Olivia, yeah, and when I'm not being mouthy, my face says a lot, so I can't win for losing. So the Seven of Wands here is really cool because I think that you're kind of coming into your own. I think that's what this is saying. Like you're really coming into your own power in some kind of way, and you're finally starting to feel that confidence that comes from that. So we have the moon. I like this because the moon is really like a very intuitive card. So I feel like you're becoming more confident. You're trusting your intuition in situations where maybe you wouldn't have before. So as I'm talking through this, kind of think if these things are, you started to notice these things, or as you reflect back on them, maybe you can think on situations where you're like, wow, I normally wouldn't have done that. That's kind of that coming into one's own thing that I'm referencing. Um the moon card also is kind of like the card of like mystery and dreams. So maybe this is something is coming towards you that just really reformulates how you see the world, how you are dreaming of the future. Really reflects how you want to navigate the world going forward. And I think on the other side with the Wheel of Fortune, um, this is just like the Wheel of Fortune is really like saying, now's your time to really step into these moments, step into, I know I love the moon card. Step into this moment because you have some luck on your side. So, um with the Wheel of Fortune, there is that, air of success as well that you kind of see here, and I think it all stems from that like confidence, that inner confidence that is now protruding externally, outwardly is the word I'm looking for. um and then the Wheel of Fortune is really like and I especially like this one. It really does sort of show that element of just going with the flow where things start to become more chill because you have that understanding of what it is you want, how you want to navigate the world, how the world sees you, and you can just flow with it. Where things are going to start to feel a little easier, hopefully. I can be polite. Don't get me wrong, I can be polite. It just depends. I'm not going to be polite to people who are jackasses. Steph, you need to stop being polite. Same to you, Luke. Embrace the evil. It's so funny. I always say, Kat, that I call myself a fire breathing dragon if I don't have my coffee in the morning. You're welcome, Kate. Ugh, this sends too many thingamajigs. I gotta fix that. Um. Alrighty, guys. So that is everything. I got everyone in the queue. Thank you guys for joining. I'll let you guys know what I decide to do for next week. With the holidays on Thursday, like on our, lunar live night, I'll try to either adjust on Wednesday, but just keep an eye out because it depends what my family wants to do. I'm going with the flow. And if you enjoyed this, make sure you like the video. I have my Witch's Moon unboxing coming out tomorrow, so check that out. Oh, that's. I feel like I'm actually not bad. I tend to be annoyed by everything, but I won't like explode on people until like they've pushed me too far. Like usually before that, you're just dead to me, and then it is what it is. But if you mess with like my friends and family, I'll lose my mind. Yep, cosmic lunar soul with the periods in between cosmic, lunar, and soul. Let me see. I need to be more active on Instagram. So sorry, guys. I'm having like a Instagram life crisis. Why did it deleted her message? That's crazy. That's weird. Oh, that's not. I meant to turn that off. We do not have a tarot time on Sunday. Oh yeah, they're gonna get told about themselves. I become very like mama bear when people are like messing with people I care about. Oh, and don't forget to join us over on Discord. We have some other things other than tarot. We do, of course, talk about tarot and divination because, like, you know, that's what we do. But we have planners, we have a book chat, we have witchy discussions sometimes. So if you would like to join us, join the Discord. There you go, Olivia. I will follow you back. Oh. There we go. Welcome to Instagram. Alrighty, guys, I'm gonna hop off of here. I'll probably be on I'll probably actually be on Discord tonight. Oh, we do monthly divination challenges too. So if you need a little accountability, then we are here. So yeah, I'm gonna hop off of here and yeah, see you guys on Discord. What I thought I did, Steph. What you call it? You have to tell me. Give it to me in the chat because I've been so social media'd out. Alrighty, night, guys. I will see you hopefully next week.